winner of the New Jersey Press Association's Most Innovative Award.
Welcome back to Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shea, bringing you the top headlines in Central New Jersey. Let's take a look at what's going on in your neighborhood. The business of bachelor parties, the birthright bill, a public safety center, social media in schools, and a feathered friend returns home. Booze, exotic dancers, and hotel rooms. These are standard costs for a bachelor or bachelorette party, but the price to partake in one of the country's most indulgent traditions has skyrocketed in recent years. These days, helping a friend wave goodbye to the single life often means foot-long bar tabs and lush vacations. Industry insiders say the shift from the one-night hometown parties of yesterday to these more extravagant gatherings can be attributed to social pressures and a flair for the fantastic. And since the average marrying age has climbed to 29 for brides and 31 for grooms, their friends typically have more cash to burn. To read about local residents' bachelor party experiences, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. And here's Mark Rossman with more headlines.
Officials in Freehold Township are making plans for changes that will be happening in the Freehold Township Police Department over the next couple of years. As you can read in the news transcript this week, 16 of the department's 62 sworn officers are eligible for retirement over the next 3 years. And members of the Township Committee are already making plans by including funds in the 2014 municipal budget to start hiring some new officers. The people who will be leaving the force have been in town for 20 or more years, and this will be a big change for Freehold Township. The planning is starting now for what will be taking place over the next 36 months.
Middlesex County residents found a reason to give a hoot about a feathered friend. Here's Kathy Chang with the story of how the great horned owl returned home.
Hi, my name is Jackie. I'm with East Brunswick Animal Control, and last Thursday, it was April 24th, I had a call about a baby, possibly injured great horned owl at this construction site here in East Brunswick. And there is a nest that is located to the right of the house. It did have 3 babies in it. So I came out around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I retrieved the owl, who looked to be in good condition, but could have possibly been injured, and I couldn't leave him here with all the people around here in commotion. So I drove him up to Raptors Trust up in Millington, New Jersey, which take in all injured birds of all types of prey, and they evaluated him. And I was, Kathy does all the evaluation and the professional wildlife releasing. And today they decided it would be a good day to release the baby owl, to reunite the owl with the other 2 babies and the mother.
It's going to be clicking.
And they were able to place the baby in the tree, and luckily so far everything is going good. The mother is calling for the baby, and they're flying around, and I will be monitoring the area for the next couple days, and the neighbors will help out with keeping an eye out to see what happens. But basically a happy ending to this story, and we wish all for the best for the great horn.
This is Kathy Chang for Greater Media News.
And here are the headlines you need to know for this week. A landmark decision has overturned nearly 75 years of state policy regarding sealed adoption records. New Jersey adoptees are now allowed to obtain an original long-form birth certificate beginning in 2017. State officials have helped secure $20 million in funding for a bill focused on preventing suicide among veterans. The bill passed the House and is now being considered by the Senate. A Middlesex County man is facing charges for allegedly dealing heroin and marijuana within the vicinity of an elementary school. James Stein was accused of doing so in his residence near the Benjamin Franklin Elementary School in Edison. FEMA has released materials giving technical advice to those who are planning post-Sandy construction or repairs. The fact sheets aim to help home builders and property owners improve the stability of buildings in coastal areas. For more details on any of these stories, see this week's editions of Greater Media Newspapers.
This week's Monmouth County Track and Field Championships will showcase some of the finest athletes in the state, such as the wealth of talent in the area. Some of the finals will be previews of state championship races later this month. Homedale High School is hosting the May 7 and 9 meet that features state champions galore. Headlining the field are indoor meet of champion winners Ian Kirk, the Howell High School high jumper, Christian Brothers Academy runners Mike McClemens and Blaze Farrow. They were one half of CBA's record-setting 4x1 mile relay team that won the indoor national championship in March, breaking the national record. Two-time MOC winner Tom O'Neill of Middletown North is always one to watch in the boys' distance races. Although they run different events at individual meets, Freehold Township's Adrian Vitello, Emily Breaker, Caitlin Poss, and Sierra Rose teamed up to win national championships in the 4x800 relays this winter. In the often overlooked field events, there are the likes of Rumson Fairhaven's Jason Bryan, who excels in both the shot put and discus and has the best throw in the state this year in the shot. On the girls' side, 40-foot throwers Michelle Mazza of Ocean Township and Red Bank Regional's Serena Dixon will continue their rivalry. Red Bank Regional's Meg Reardon has the best throw in the javelin thus far in 2014. On the track, Long Branch's Cleopatra Morrison is one of the fastest girls in the state, as is Manalapan Saeed Blacknall among the boys. Homedale's Marin Warner is a top miler, and Middletown North's Madeline Marone has the fastest 3,200 meters this year. This is Ian Kirk of Howell at the Monmouth County Relays. This is Tim Morris, Greater Media Newspapers.
An Elton John tribute band will bring some of that country comfort to Asbury Park. Amy Rosen has more on the band Early Elton's recreation of Tumbleweed Connection.
If you're an Elton John fan, you are likely familiar with his early songs, but you may not know that although he recorded with a full band from 1970 to 1972, his label's budget wasn't enough for Elton to bring the whole band on tour in the United States. So he restructured his arrangements and toured the U.S. as a trio accompanied by Dee Murray and Nigel Olsson. A band known as Early Elton will pay tribute to Elton John's trio at 8 p.m. on May 15th at McClune's Supper Club in Asbury Park. Early Elton musicians Rich Pagano of the Fab Four, Jeff Casey and John Conte, both of Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes, will burn down the mission and offer up some country comfort when they perform the entire Tumbleweed Connection album and other fan favorites based on rare recordings of Elton John's trio gigs. Read all about it in this week's papers. Back to you, Susie.
In this age of social media, what would be considered proper communication between a teacher and a student? A new law will require local school boards to determine just that. Here's Jennifer Amato.
Local school boards will be responsible for creating policies that govern social media communication between teachers and students. Because of the growth of contact via email, cell phones, social networking websites, and other internet-based social media, a policy established by the New Jersey School Boards Association in 2012 was revised and signed into law by Governor Christie on April 24th. In part, the policy states that teachers may not friend students without written approval of their principal. All e-contact with students should be through district computer or telephone systems, and staff members may not post any inappropriate items that pertain to students. Districts have 6 months to write their individual policies. For more details, see your local Greater Media newspaper.
A new development in Monmouth County will help emergency responders step it up. Here's Greg Kennelty.
On April 29th, local and state officials cut the ribbon for the new Public Safety Center in Freehold, where technological upgrades, expansive space, and state-of-the-art equipment, including 52 new consoles, will triple the volume of calls dispatchers can respond to. The 45,000-square-foot Public Safety Center is adjacent to the old 911 Communications Center, which will become part of the Monmouth County Police Academy. The new building houses the Communications Division, the Sheriff's Office, records that were previously stored in trailers, and offices of the County OEM. The Communications Division of the Sheriff's Office answers 911 calls for 45 Monmouth County municipalities, plus Naval Weapons Station, Earl, Sandy Hook, Monmouth University, and Brookdale Community College. The division also provides dispatch services for 20 police departments, 56 fire companies, and 30 first aid squads. The division answers an average of 550,000 calls per year. For more information, see your local Greater Media newspaper.
For more in-depth coverage and additional stories, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. Find us online at facebook.com/Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shia. Thanks for tuning in.